Good evening, friends. This is time for the evening wrap. I think today the markets were broadly sideways. Let's quickly go and have a look at how the S&P 500 is trading right now. It went lower, I think 10, 12 points and now has recovered very, very sharply. So S&P 500 is doing much better than where it opened. As you can see here, it basically tested yesterday's lows and from there has had a sharp bounce back. Now, what does that mean for the SGX right now? I think broadly what the S&P 500 is trying to do is what our indices are trying to do here. So it is making this kind of a range, which is consolidation. And I'm raising this topic because there was great amount of high toba because doji has been formed in the Indian market. Each time a doji is formed, it's taken as a reversal sign, whereas 80% of dojis are continuation patterns. So basically that is the concept I want to clarify today, that a doji does not mean you are sitting at on the cusp of a correction. Now let's see how the Nifty traded today. This is the 5-minute chart. So for tomorrow, our swing traders have 13,500 calls because the market still remains fairly bullish. So if we start to cross this 13 440 type of zone, 430, 440, I think there could be a resumption of the trend and a minimum target of about 13,600 is possible here. Similarly, on the Bank Nifty, see on the Bank Nifty, what's happening is that again you have a congestion or a contraction which is happening. So each time this sort of thing happens, the Bank Nifty gets into a fresh expansion on the upside or on the downside, but generally it happens in the direction of the prevailing trend. Similarly, if you look at some major charts, HDFC Bank, again, what we can see here is some sort of congestion which is happening. So a lot of this, up and down is a consolidation. I have said earlier, PSU banks will do well. They have done very well. Capital goods will do well. They have done exceedingly well. Reliance has been recommended a few times. So again, things are more in consolidation. So I don't think you should be getting too flustered about, you know, doji. Doji is happening. Dojis happen because of consolidation. So for the moment, I think you should look towards the upside. You have these couple of tight bars on HDFC Bank. So again, this looks fairly decent, and post this sort of consolidation, I think it would go up. Similarly, Reliance, again, what you can see here is that despite all the volatility, this is a narrow range out of which Reliance is trying to come out on the upside. So you can easily have a target closer to 2100. So again, if Reliance, uh, banks, IT, etc., they move up. Even today, we had given calls on TCS. See how well TCS is moving up. So if you have, you know, these sort of patterns, I don't think there is great weakness in the market. Yes, some things will sell off, there will be intraday declines, but overall, I don't think the market is heading into any sort of major correction. So what we've done is we've carried home calls for 31,000, 17th of December. As and when the bank nifty starts to expand afresh, I think we will see more upside. Meanwhile, let me say that there are, facilities available under the join button. Silver, gold, and diamond services are being offered. There is also the recorded webinar, which is there for 2000 plus GST. So please WhatsApp 98710 or email at ashwani_gujaral at yahoo.com. So that should give you fairly decent you know, information, advice. Let's quickly have a look at what sort of advice we gave in our join button series. While going home, we suggested Tata Steel because metal started to come back. This was, BTST type call. It is a extremely strong chart, and my sense is these sort of charts don't correct very easily. Yes, your you know stop losses have to be tight. Maybe a stop loss under the low of today should help, but I would think that you should see more upside on Tata Steel. Maybe levels of 700 seem possible over a period of time. Another call was PVR, from time to time moves. PVR is a buy on a swing basis. Now with vaccine etc. coming, I think PVR is making a large accumulation pattern, and my sense is it could get back into this 1800 type of zone. RAL was a call, SBI was a call, BOB, Canada were calls. Overall, the day was fairly choppy, so nothing much happened. But The sense appears to be that the market is pausing and it will resume its uptrend fairly soon. So, just as we leave, uh, let me again have a look on the S&P 500. The people who have not still noted our contact information, WhatsApp 98710 66337 or email ashwani_gujral@yahoo.com. That's ASHWANI underscore GUJRAL at yahoo.com. That would be it. Take care, trade well, and please consult your financial advisor.